Okay, so to start this cup, I have got all of our things here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint the cup the colors that we want it to be. And then we're going to, actually going to do the Tack It method on all the glitter, because that way I don't have to epoxy so much. And then we'll wrap it in the vinyl. So I have got a 20-ounce thick from Courtney's Customs. And then I've got Courtney's Customs holographic vinyl, which is super pretty, and it's transparent, so when you put it on, this is a clear background. So it's going to show all those colors through that vinyl. It's going to be super pretty. All of the glitters I'm using are all holographic glitters from Glitter Heart Co., because I am doing the Tack It method. So I've got Skyline, Green Ice, Sleepy Hollow, Sunbeam, and Basic Babe. And then I'm just using apple barrel paints and one paint that I got from the dollar store because I didn't have any yellow apple barrel. But it's basically, I'm using bright green, cloudless, pure pink, and purple iris. Just apple barrel, got them from Walmart. That's what I'm going to paint my cup with. So I've already prepped and sanded my cup, so it's ready to go. And I am just going to, I'm going to try to do these like in a kind of swirl fashion and blend them in, so. And I probably should have shaken that up first. So when you do the Tack It method, you want to use the same color paint. Let me move you guys up here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. You want to use the same color paint as your glitter. It shows up better. I'm going to do the pink next. And I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm just going over. And I can always go over it again if I need to. And this one I have not used, so let me pull the, well, I already got paint on my finger. I cannot craft and not get paint all over me every single time. I'm so messy. Okay. Then I'll do my blue next. And I kind of picked these colors because that's what I had. It's the holographic colors that I had, so. And I'm totally forgetting the bottom of the cup. Let's not do that. And you kind of want the colors to blend in, so you just keep going over them until they blend the way you want. And I'm going to do the yellow next, I think. And I did that. I did that blue a little too much, so we're gonna push this yellow into the blue a little bit. When you're painting a cup to use for Tacket Method, or even if you're painting it to put vinyl over it or glitter or whatever, it does not have to be perfect. So don't freak out if it's not completely like you want it. Now, I did not swirl that, as you can see. I left a and I also have not used my purple. Let's open that up. And again, if you get too much, just go into the other color with it. It's not, like I said, doesn't have to be completely perfect. Because I probably will go back over it anyway, so. And since we're covering it in this vinyl, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I just wanted that a little bit more purple than what it was. I just need to get some of this green on top and the pink. And I hope I'm in the frame when I'm doing all this. Oh. I'm going to swap my brush here real quick because I just got way too much pink up there. Okay. So, I'm just going to go blend these in. And I'm not the best at blending. There's videos out there of people who blend a lot better than I do. So, but that's actually good enough for what we're going to do with it, so. I am going to let this dry, and then I will come back and we will start on our Tacket glitter. And when I say that, see, it's not perfect. It is completely not perfect. But as long as the color is there that I want for the glitter, we're okay. So, there's the bottom. So, in the bottom, I may end up just doing it all pink because that vinyl's not going to cover the bottom of the cup, so. But as soon as this dries, I will be back and we will get the glitter done. Alrighty guys, we are back to do the Tacket Method. It took a little bit for this to dry, about 30 minutes. So, with the Tacket Method, what I do is, so I don't make a mess, I'm gonna move that real quick. I have a little bit of water in my little shot glass cup here, and I'm just going to put, you want to try to mix the same amount of water and the same amount of glue. And I have seen people do the Tacket Method without putting water in their glue, but for me it just spreads easier if it's got water in it. So And then you just want to stir it around until it's all combined and there's no clumps or and splash it all over yourself, because I'm super messy. I know that there's messy crafters out there, and y'all, I guarantee I have you beat. I make a mess every single time I craft something, no matter what it is. And you just want to make sure that it's mixed really, really well and there's no clumps. See? I splash it everywhere. Okay, I think that's good. And I am just using, I don't have any paper towels handy, so I'm going to have glue all over my hands. I'm just using a foam brush to brush this on with. And I've never done the Tacket method with multiple colors all at the same time. So you just want to make sure that you get the cup covered really well with your glue. Make sure there's no streaks, no big clumps of paint everywhere. Make sure you get the bottom. And then you're going to let this dry. The Tacket goes on white, but it does dry clear. So you can kind of see some of the white in there. It does dry clear. If you let this dry by itself, it takes about maybe 20 minutes. So, just let that dry, or you can do like me and take your heat gun and dry it yourself. And you can see it start to dry. You can see those streaks start to go away. And it'll dry clear. The Tacket method, and you can feel it, and it's sticky. With the Tacket method, and I also didn't have, apparently some of my paint was still a little bit wet. I also, with the Tacket method, I do the paint part twice, because I've always had better luck putting the Tacket on, putting a double layer of Tacket on. I've always just had better luck doing it that way. So the glitter sticks a little bit better. Just make sure you get all over your cup again. You can try to do it just once. It may work for you. It just doesn't. I've never had luck just doing it one time. So again we go. And then you're gonna again wait for it to dry. I'm gonna hit it with my heat gun again. Should be good to go. I'm going to move my heat gun off to the side so it's not in my way. Now again, I've never done this with multiple colors at once, so we're going to see how this plays out. We'll start with our pink, which again is Basic Babe Glitter Heart Co. And some of these I haven't even opened yet. I haven't even used them. And then you're just going to sprinkle your glitter onto where each of your colors is. And since we're covering this in that vinyl, it's not, if you get a little bit of pink in the green or green in the blue or whatever, it's not going to make that big of a deal. It's not going to make that big of a difference, I mean. And I am going to do the whole bottom of this with pink, so. Okay. And let me put this back in the jar because this color is gorgeous and I don't want to waste any of it. I am going to waste some whenever I shake it off or whenever I burnish it off the cut. I'll just put that, it's not enough to worry about, so I'll just put that in my little dump jar. Okay, and then green. Green's really pretty too. Just with using different colors, you just kind of have to be careful where you put it. Again, it's not going to make that big of a difference. So there's our green. Because we're putting that gorgeous vinyl on here. Ever since I saw her video where she used that vinyl, I've wanted to use it. And then our purple. And you kind of have to go a little bit quick with this, with the Tacket. Especially if you're not using the same, if you're using the same color, it's not that big of a deal because you can go, I mean, you can glitter fairly fast. But with this, having to put it back in the jar and all this, I'm kind of trying to hurry a little bit. What up?
What is?
Doing a tutorial for YouTube. What?
What color I need for Cullen today?
Burgundy.
Burgundy.
It's in the very top of the
tutorial for what?
For YouTube. Okay, sorry about that. I got interrupted. So I went ahead and put the blue on. And I think now with the Tacket, you just want to rub it off. And if you don't like the way that this feels, you can use a gloved finger. You just want to burnish that glitter into the cup. And like I said, it doesn't matter if they mix. On this cup, it doesn't matter if they mix. or not, because we're putting that vinyl over it. You just want to make sure you get all that extra glitter off of there. And I'm not worried about that bottom, that it has the different colors. I can fix that. I can fix that later. So there is the Tack It method. So it's smooth. You can go straight into epoxy with this. So I am going to put this on my Bama cup turner over there, and put, I'll probably just put 1 coat of epoxy for right now, and then we'll do the, we'll see how it comes out, but I'll get that coat of epoxy on there, let it cure, and then we will come back and put this beautiful vinyl on there. Okay guys, we are back with our, I was playing with my vinyl, sorry. We're back with our cup, and I just put 1 coat of epoxy on there. It's completely smooth. There is, and I wanted to tell you guys, there's another way to do this other than the way I did it. After you paint your cup, all the different colors, you can actually take an iridescent, and I'm trying to see if I have one. You can actually take an iridescent glitter that you can see through and tack the whole cup. So a holographic iridescent, trying to see if I have one. I've got, and I don't think I have one. Actually, if I do, I don't know where it's at. But an iridescent holographic, just clear glitter, you can put on this, and you can also tack it and get the same. You can get the same. What is the word I'm looking for? Result. You can get the same result. So now we are going to apply our vinyl, and y'all, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And so I cut it to the size of my cup, and I have a little bit of overhang, a little bit more than I want, but it'll be okay. Straighten it up. I'm going to put, I'm going to cut this real quick. Just cut it down a little bit so I can get that vinyl to stick to the cup. Just like that. And I'm going to take my painter's tape, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to leave just a tiny little space right on the other side of that vinyl, so when I get around to this side, I know where to cut it. I forgot I laid that on top. So now what we are going to do, we're going to fight with this vinyl some more. We're going to ever so slowly just roll this onto the cup. And you guys have seen vinyl put on cups before. Like I said, I am not great at doing this. So it will probably be crooked, and I'll probably have to trim it. But the good thing is with this vinyl, I would be more careful if it was more of a pattern vinyl where I had to match up each individual side. But since this is, you can't really tell. And I'm just rubbing along the seam here. I don't know if you can, and pushing that backing off. And if it was a more pattern vinyl where I had to actually match up the sides, it would be a little bit different. I would be a little bit more careful about how I put it on and all that good stuff. So now I'm going to see, I can see where I put that tape. So I'm going to take my craft knife and very carefully just cut down. And actually with this, I probably don't have to, but I'm going to do it just for the sake of I'm just running my fingernail down. Just for the sake of showing you, I'm going to just make sure you're very careful doing this. And hopefully I cut through there, because it should come up with my tape and everything. And if it didn't, then it didn't. So we're just gonna, I was gonna say we're just gonna pull that tape off, but like I said, oh no, it did cut through. There we go. I see a little piece where it didn't, right here. Pull that tape off, and this is what we've got, and it is absolutely, let me see if I can kind of dim that and see, but it's gorgeous. It is, this vinyl is just so pretty, and it makes the colors look pretty. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and trim around this bottom edge, just very carefully, because I have some, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have some overhang there. The top is actually pretty good. I did decent on this vinyl wrap this time, so kind of proud of myself. But I will, I'm going to get this trimmed up, and then I'll get probably another, I have a decal I want to put on it, so I'll probably go ahead and put that decal on, just because I'm putting it on vinyl. And get that decal put on, and then get another coat of epoxy on here, and we will be done with this cup. So I will, as soon as I get all that done, I will be back, and I will get the decal put on, and then we'll go to the final product. Okay, we are back. We are ready to put the decal on this cup, which is super cute. I found this decal on Creative Fabrica. It says "Stay Humble, Hustle Hard," and I thought it would look really cute on this yellow part right here, like where the yellow goes into the green. So I'm gonna get my trusty transfer tape. I don't know what was on this transfer tape, but it was all kinds of wadded up in there in my drawer. And it's Cricut transfer tape, so you have to burnish the crud out of it. This is me fighting with transfer tape and all the things. Good times. And my cup. I'm going to stand up and do this. think we have one more coat of epoxy and we are done, and it turned out super, super cute. Let me turn my light off. Turned out super cute. So if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, leave them down below. And also let me know some tutorials you guys want to see. So I've got a bunch in the making, but you know, these tutorials, you can't do them in like 2 hours. So just let me know what you guys want to see and I will get to work on it. And if you are enjoying all my videos, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.